Justus Mbai, DVC Academics Professor Al-Kaku Surgery, Professor Hu Yenping, Archbishop Thomas, Professor Bayraza, participants, guests, good morning. I am privileged to make the welcoming remarks, and I would first wish to sincerely welcome you to this conference. And this is a conference which has been organized jointly between the Catholic University of Eastern Africa in collaboration with the Council for Research in Values and Philosophy. It is a groundbreaking conference, and we sincerely believe that it will become a permanent feature annually, and that it will not just be a conference where participants share ideas, but the conference will be a culmination of activities which will have taken place throughout the year. In other words, we would wish that this conference with the noble idea of discussing issues relating to values will be able to trickle down to our day-to-day lives, so that these values probably will impact on how we relate to each other, that these values will impact on leadership, that these values will make our society better. Now, as a member of the Faculty of Law, I also do have some limited interests in the question of values. And I think that you are all aware that the practice of law appears to have there are concerns which arise today as to whether or to the extent to which law is practiced with values in mind. Lawyers are increasingly acquiring a very negative image, and therefore I would want to believe that maybe the practice of law, more than any other area of practice, requires to be inspired, and requires values as its foundation, so that justice may be seen to be done. I would also, probably overstep my mandate of just welcoming you, and maybe attempt to also share with you, some thoughts, and hopefully with your input, these thoughts may also develop into a paper. I was thinking this morning that possibly an area of interest or an area of research maybe for me would be the role of values in the practice of constitutionalism in Kenya. So that is a topic which I'm developing in my mind. It is too late in the day, but maybe that is something which going forward could be, my entry point into this discussion of values. And my interest in the role of values in the practice of constitutionalism is informed by the fact that many times we speak about respect of laws, and the Constitution is the highest, is the highest law in any country. And the question which arises is, to what extent is the Constitution and our laws informed by values? Does that influence the respect of the Constitution, the adherence of the Constitution? Do we see the provisions of the Constitution as legitimate? Because there is the issue of legality and legitimacy. And I think that legitimacy is much more important than legality. That laws should be anchored on values. That laws should, resonate with the people. And if that happens, then people will respect laws willingly and voluntarily. Laws will not be seen as, rules imposed from above. For us in the area of law, there is one scholar by the name of John Austin. And John Austin says that the law is the command of the sovereign. Law is the command of the sovereign, which means that the recipients or those who are expected to follow law have no option but to follow the law. In other words, their input is not really taken into consideration. And for me, maybe that is why at times individuals do not respect the law. They may follow the law, but they may not respect the law because of this question of legitimacy. Now, so therefore, I would basically want, hopefully, as I continue to think about this paper, I would want to, define values and define constitutionalism. What are these values? Values, honesty, respect, solidarity, sympathy, truthfulness. Okay, so these are values which hopefully, if they form the foundation of law, then chances are that individuals and the public at large will respect laws voluntarily. Constitutionalism, on the other hand, is also a very important concept in law. And constitutionalism suggests that a government in its functions must be limited by law. That a government must operate in accordance with laws. And that is where you find philosophers such as Montesquieu coming up with the theory of separation of powers. That there must be separate powers in government, and that each power must be independent, that no power should overstep and basically usurp the role of the other arm of government, that parliament must only make laws, and that the executive arm of government must implement laws, and that the judiciary should be an arbitrator when there is conflict or there is dispute about those laws. and these bodies must act separately. That there is a danger where all these powers are concentrated in the hands of one person. So that philosophy of separation of powers is also based on values, and maybe the value which, among the values which that principle is based on is that, or probably maybe we could look at it differently. That since human beings are driven by self-interest, according to Hobbes, they should not have all these different sets of power in their hands, so that there is a respect for the various arms of government. So now, in this paper, probably I would also wish to look at, to juxtapose values and law, and basically see what is the role of values in lawmaking. Should our lawmaking organs consciously think of values as they make law? Should they, or should we as society also ensure that we strengthen our values so that it becomes easier to respect laws? So that, the respect of law does not just become something which is, like a ritual. That you should be able to appreciate why it is important that you should, for example, not, kill another person, take the life of another person, or you should be able to, appreciate why it is important to respect the property of another person. And probably that becomes easy if we have a strong value system. So therefore, these are some of the issues which, I think from a point of view of a lawyer may be interesting, as we hopefully try to ensure that a law, is based on a very strong foundation of a value system. And so therefore I will end my reflections at that stage, and we look forward to sharing the various papers which have been prepared, and hopefully as we continue, we'll be able to see how we can probably even come together and write jointly, or how we can get inspiration from the other papers in writing our own papers. So for me, this is a unique opportunity. It is a unique opportunity to share, our thoughts and research on the equation of values. And I also believe that this could also help us at the Faculty of Law as we begin to think of how to strengthen our curriculum. How can we integrate the question of values into our curriculum? Yesterday there was a discussion, with some of the participants here, and the discussion was how can we use philosophy to enrich the other areas of study? And therefore I think this is a conversation which has just begun, and we believe that it will continue, so that at the end of the day, philosophy, which according to Professor Hume Yeping, is the study of wisdom. How can we use this study to enrich our areas of specialization, and by extension to produce students who will not only have academic papers, but they will be students who are also grounded on values, and therefore students who will make our society much better. Thank you.